the world.
Good evening and welcome back to Carnival Week on One Caribbean Television. I'm Lila Hall alongside John Stalin for day 3 of our Carnival coverage, the only network bringing you Carnival coverage twice a year for 5 days straight. Now we've had a busy first 2 days with the King and Queen competition and Pan Alive. We'll get to the winners of Pan Alive tonight. I don't know, did Pan Fantasy make it a, what do you call it, a fifth, like a fifth Pete?
Was it fifth or sixth Pete?
I think it was a fifth Pete.
Yeah,
so,
they won a lot.
Right, and Emily's been doing a great job covering that by herself. It's been good, busy 2 days.
Yeah, that's right, and we got to see some spectacular costumes from the King and Queen competition. It's just incredible how they are to create those designs. It's pretty amazing still. We also have been pushing our giveaways that are up for grabs. Take a look. One Caribbean Television has partnered with Soca, the Seas Cruise Lines, to send 2 lucky winners on an all-inclusive Soca cruise to the Bahamas. You can log on to our website to enter to win the cruise and check the rules and regulations while you are there, of course. The winners will be contacted August 30th, and if you aren't the lucky one who wins the cruise, you may be eligible for a few prizes.
And the prizes, what, an iPad mini, a GoPro.
That's right.
And a Visa gift card. How did I do that yesterday? This was the Visa gift card.
That's right. We're making it rain in here, no doubt about that. Of course,
let's send it back over to Emily.
Yeah, let's do that. She's a busy lady up there in Tonto, or Toronto, depending where you're from.
I like Tonto.
You like Tonto?
Good evening, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us here on One Caribbean Television for our Carnival Week coverage, which continues from Toronto. We're live here in Toronto. We found this beautiful public dock with an absolutely gorgeous cityscape behind us. Obviously, it screams, we are in Toronto with the CN Tower. And tonight is the ending, pretty much, of Caribbean Carnival in Toronto. Not necessarily the ending, there's a bunch of events going on tomorrow, but really the coup de grace, the biggest of everything, happened with the grand parade that just wrapped up just moments ago at 8 p.m. this evening. That was going on all day long behind me here in the city of Toronto. Now, to my right, there is a event center, a public or a private event, a sound academy is what it's called, and they're having a musical event where people are lining up, and that basically is going to be an event where I guess it's called like a surprise musical act, so you don't really know who's going to be taking the stage. So it could be anybody. It could be someone super famous. Drake has been known to show up to events like these. Eminem, Jay-Z has showed up. So we're going to try to find out who's going to be showing up there tonight. So the party's continuing here in Toronto for Toronto's Caribbean Carnival Week. But really, like I said, the big party was earlier today, of course, with the grand parade. And we were there in all of the action. So let's give you a look now of all the sights and sounds of the grand parade today in downtown Toronto. We're here along the parade route. It is the Grand Parade 2016. Talking to people taking part. What do you think of today's parade?
I think it's amazing. I've been doing this for so many years. It's so good to be here.
What's it like being part of it?
Oh, it's the best way to be a part of it. I'd rather be in the parade than be a spectator.
Do you have any Caribbean roots?
I'm from Jamaica. It's amazing. And it's not just a Jamaican culture. Every culture is joined in it. And that's the most beautiful thing ever.
It's like the ultimate high. Like, you're so excited, you're so happy, you're like being uplifted by everyone's happiness and everyone's energy, and you just go with it, and it's such a flow, it's such an energy, it's so amazing. I've been doing this for 10 years. I've never missed a year. I flew in from South Africa last night, and I'm here this morning. It brings the whole Caribbean community, not just the Caribbean community, the whole Canada together, because it's such a multicultural community, and everyone just enjoys themselves. It's like the most amazing thing you can do.
And I must say, the experience has been great. Give thanks for Carnival Nation.
I'm actually playing mass here. It's my second time playing Toronto, but I've played in Trinidad so many years, so I'm kind of excited about this year, because the first time we're actually getting to play with Wings. But it's really, really exciting here. I'm really having a good time.
It's amazing! Full of great vibes! From Barbados,
We don't need no food. Live the house on fire. How much you
amazing to be able to bring this culture to Toronto. It's something that we need. It's something that everybody needs to embrace. It's something to be proud of.
But it's amazing. It's so much diversity. The music, the food, the culture. It's so much fun.
It is the most exhilarating experience of your lives. I think everyone should play mass. It is, like, look at the beautiful feathers, the costumes that you get to wear. It's just great to celebrate my culture.
Hi everybody, I'm Julie Stevens along with Bob the Parrot.
And I'm Naima Hazel.
And we're so glad to be with you. We, of course, are in Barbados, and it is crop over. And thank you so very much for spending some time with us. We hope you've enjoyed the past couple of nights. We got a lot more to go as we'll be here through Monday, dancing in the streets in beautiful Barbados. Good day today?
It was a great day today. I did a lot of dancing.
You've been having a lot of fun.
I have.
She's a partier, I'll tell you that.
It's so hard to party. It's so hard.
It's hard to party.
I'm having a lot of fun with it, though.
It
Yeah.
really is. But you've been having a good time. I know you have.
did.
We have met some wonderful people. I want to mention again tonight that we're at the Accra Beach Hotel Resort and Spa. They, of course, are our hosts.
Yes.
In the background, you can see the beautiful pool and one of our favorite places in Barbados. I'll tell you, they are great people.
Absolutely. The service here, as we say every day, it's just wonderful.
We got a lot more coming up over the next couple of days. We're going to be showing you the highlights and, of course, showing you around the island some of the things that you might not know about. But if you come to visit the island for crop over or just to visit, that you can get involved with, right?
Yep, absolutely. It's the weekend. This is like the big weekend. So, you know, in the week it's a little slower, but on the weekend it's like a crazy, crazy crunch. This is the best and most exciting part of crop over.
Of course, we are broadcasting all week long on Carnival Week. We do it twice a year on One Caribbean Television. We are so glad to bring it to you because you get a chance from the comfort of your own home to see what's happening in and around the Caribbean and the different islands, and we try to cover as many as we can for you.
Yes, we do. And not only did we enjoy crop over for Caribbean Week, but there's something else that I enjoyed this week.
What'd you do?
Now, I know you saw me diving earlier
Yes,
in the
we
week.
did.
Well, getting
Yes,
ready
you
to
got your
dive.
hair wet.
Getting ready to dive, yes. But actually, I got my hair extra wet because I actually dove.
Really?
It was very exciting. We had an excellent eco dive, and I want to tell you all about it.
Let's take a look right now.
Okay, now we just completed our dive in Carlisle Bay. It was amazing. The boat that we were just looking at is the Berwyn.
The Berwyn, yeah.
And how long has that boat been there?
That has been down there since the 50s, I think, the 1950s. It's been down there quite a while.
And you used a word I'd never heard for the boat. It's colonized. What does that mean?
It's filling up with animals and plants. From the time it was down, the fish started. The fish like hiding places, you know, so you put a ship down and they love it. And then it gradually gets colonized by algae and also corals and sponges and everything that makes up a coral reef. It's cool.
Everything that makes diving so beautiful. But besides making diving so beautiful, it's so important that we are thinking about conserving the sea. So talk to me about your project with tourism in terms of conservation and blue finance.
Okay, so we are working, this is Nicola, and we're working on a project called Blue Finance. And what that is doing is it's trying to conserve the marine environment using the public sector, the government, and also the private sector. So it's a joint project between tourism and conservation. And in Barbados, we're trying to assist with the designation of a big marine management area. And in this area, we're going to be working with private and public. I'm going to hand over to Nico because he's a finance specialist.
I was ready to go over to Nico for that.
Okay, well, I think it was a very complete presentation. It's quite a challenging project. I think most of the world conservation has been done so far by government. Private sector wants to come inside, and so we're developing a new kind of model where we show that business can be good for conservation, can be good for fish, and can be good also for tourism. So this is what we want to try here in Barbados, in St. Kitts, and other countries of the region.
That's a very exciting project.
Yes, it is.
And
It is.
And I'm gonna have to tell you, we were just in the water. It was fantastic. If you have ever been on a dive, you would know why it's so important to be conserving the sea and why this project is so important. So we're really grateful. Thank you, Angie, and thank you, Nico.
Thank you, Naeem. We had a good time.
Thank you.
Hi, everybody. Joey Stevens along with Bob the Parrot. We're on the streets of Barbados because it is crop over and it is carnival time. And we're bringing it to you right here on the streets themselves. It's early morning right now. This is called Jubei, for morning. And that's exactly what it is. For morning, late night, early morning. It's after midnight right now, believe it or not. And this party will go on probably till about 3, 4, maybe even 5 o'clock in the morning. Traditionally, the way this all came about, way back when everything started, here in Bridgetown, they would have the drummers go through the streets. Drummers and sometimes some other instruments that they had, but they would march through the streets. The people would hear the music. They would get up out of bed and go into the street and follow the band down the street and rejoice and party. And a lot of times they would coat themselves with mud and different things, which still is a tradition today because they do a lot of painting. They use a lot of paint, and that's why Bob has his raincoat on. If you haven't noticed here, you never know when the rain's going to be coming. Anyway, it's all part of Crop Over. It's Juve, and it's in the morning time, and the music is loud, and the music is happy, and the people are happy. Are you having a good time?
Hey, I'm having a great time. First time in Barbados, and I'm living it up.
Where are you from?
California. Oakland, California. Yes.
All right. Well, you have a great time.
I'm having a great time.
And welcome to Barbados. All right.
All right, don't go away. When we come back, we'll show you Juve Toronto style. There's much more Carnival Week when we return in just a moment.
Jab Jab Juve, an all-night party into the early morning hours. A concept taken straight from the Caribbean islands of Grenada and Trinidad.
This is good called Jab Jab Juve. It's a Grenada main festival, but in every other Caribbean country, that's what we do, something called Juve. It looks like this.
Alright. So we're going to get it started right now. Once again, big up all the crew. No matter what country you come from.
Now she's decorated a little bit. Now, is that fun?
Yes, it is.
Explain to me why this is fun.
God, this is our culture. It's what we do to have fun for Carnival.
Make some noise!
My job is to hype things up, get everyone dirty, get everyone going, everyone messy, like me, you know?
There's music, paint, water, even motor oil.
Like back home, we employ with paint, oil, everything, powder, mud, everything, you know? And it's just fun, having fun. It's one day of having fun.
There we go.
Why not, you know?
It's the soca music. All right, how about Peter?
So clearly, Jab Jab Juve is an awesome, fun, wild time for the audience here. But the performers tell me that they're having just as much fun.
We got drinks and we got sip, girls walking up. This side!
Jab Jab Juve, the place is crazy. Crazy. And those of you who is home, listening, looking at this video, man, you guys missed something. You guys missed something big. It's epic. We are Jab Jab Juve. I'm about to go on stage soon and set it up. It's like being here right now. It's like nothing in your life. It's an experience whereby it's like evolution. You understand? And for you to miss it, you can't miss this party. Every year you gotta be here enjoying. The energy is so high. The level is so high. You gotta be here.
1, 2, 3, 4.
All right, I told you I saw a star, another soca star I want to talk to get vibes with.
This is the ultimate Team Soca champion. DJ Barry Hype is in the house.
Morning, morning, morning.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Breakfast is on me, breakfast is on me.
Please and thanks, please and thanks. How are you?
I'm great. Now, Barry, you are hosting this event. You host all the major carnival events, it seems, from Cayman Islands to St. Lucia.
It's like
now we in Barbados.
I'm following you.
I'm following you.
I'm following you.
Maybe we follow each other. Now, Barry, you are not just a host, you are a radio personality. You are a real, true promoter of soca and carnival culture. Tell us about this event. What's your impression of it?
Wow, that's the first word that comes to mind. It's amazing. The energy, the vibe. Nobody brings 95%. Everybody comes full pump, full amps, full strength, full soca. Very spacious. So if you're in general, you're on a budget, there's lots of space, big bars, excellent food. Fellas, excellent eye candy. I got you right there. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Barry Hype alongside the very beautiful
Chanel Bonterre.
And if you don't know, this is Carnival Week on
One Caribbean TV.
Love you, darling. Mwah, mwah, mwah.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us here on One Caribbean Television for Carnival Week. I'm Emily Matson, coming to you live from Toronto. You can see behind me a beautiful cityscape. We've been having such a great time, and the fun continues. Today was the grand parade where thousands of people, thousands of revelers dressed in elaborate and beautiful costumes lined the streets of Toronto and meandered down them, danced down them, partied down them to loud soca and calypso music, all celebrating the heritage and the culture of the Caribbean region through this Caribbean Carnival here in Toronto. So we've been having a fantastic time. We brought you the King and Queen competition earlier this week, and also the Pan Alive competition, which honestly is one of my favorite parts because it really takes you to the Caribbean. The steel pan is the national instrument of Trinidad and Tobago. So it really is a heritage. It's a cultural event, a cultural extravaganza, and such amazing music by musicians as young as 6 years old in some of the cases taking part in the steel pan competition. So last night, the winner was the defending champion won yet again. We weren't able to get the results live to you on air, so we're bringing you all the details tonight. So Pan Fantasy won yet again, and I caught up with them right after they won last night. Take a look. Big win for you tonight.
You know what? I never come expecting to win. The competition, they bring it every single year. It's never given to us. I'm just grateful. It's such a hard year. We're typically smaller than in previous years, you know, and you know it's to say it was a struggle is a gross understatement. I'm just thankful. I'm just thankful that we did it, and you know, kudos to the rest of the bands because I mean it could have been anybody. You know, as you never know with competition, you know, anyone could win. So, you know,
that has to be kind of a challenge too, because now it's the 5th year in a row. You've got to get bigger and better each year.
Always try to, and that's why we try and establish a standard, as opposed to just trying to win. We try and establish a standard of excellence. So that's kind of what kind of guides us, and you know, it's been working so far. So why change it, right? If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
We're here with Pan Fantasy Steel Band leader Wendy Jones, 5 years in a row now.
It's 5, number 5, hard work, number 5. I am excited. You called it.
I called it.
I like that. I like that. The way you make that bouncy move. I like that. I like that. When you do that thing you do. I like that. I like that. When you make that bouncy roll. I like that. I like that. When you make it lose control. Anytime you step up on the scene, man a whistle, man a shout, man a scream. That's the place with the shape like Serena. Everybody have to welcome the queen. Madness. And when your body start move, all you hear is ass and moves. You take a queen, nobody now refuse. You can't do no wrong no matter what you do. I like that. I like that. Where you make that bouncy move. I like that. I like that. When you do that thing.
Welcome back to One Caribbean Television. You're watching Carnival Week. I'm Lila Hall alongside John Stalin, your hosts for Carnival Week. For those of you, we have good news.
What's that?
We're now on Roku. One Caribbean Television
right.
on Roku. Are you a Roku user?
I'm not. I'm a Chromecast user, but Roku, I have a lot of friends that have. That's very good.
Yeah. So they're similar, right?
Yeah, they're very similar. They basically a little device you stick into the computer and you send to your TV and you can see whatever you want at any time.
All right. Well, if your friends don't have One Caribbean Television and they have Roku, you can tell them to download our channel right now.
Yeah, and watch us live. Of course, it's been a very eventful week for all of us here. Both of our teams have been working very hard at the Carnival experience, bringing it to your comfort of your home. Hopefully, you feel like you've been a part of it, and we do want to remind you that if you have missed out on any of our live coverage, you can log into our website, onecaribbeantelevision.com. /and check out our Carnival Week page. It has all the stories that we've been covering each night. Now let's take this next hour to get started by checking in with Joey Stevens and Naima. I knew I was going to do it in Barbados.
You made it to day 3.
I did.
You're watching One Caribbean Television Caribbean Week, and I'm here, Naima Hazel, with...
I'm Joey Stevens, along with Bob the Parrot. And we're so glad to be with you.
We really are. We've just been sitting here talking about some of the fun we've been having this week.
It's been busy. It's always busy.
Uh-huh.
You know, people think that, we come down here and we just lay on the beach and drink pina coladas.
It's true.
Well, some of us do. I don't want to mention who.
We
but
don't want to call his name.
We don't want to throw Bob under the bus. But no, we do. We come down here and it's like from morning till night.
Yes.
It's a lot of work to put the show together for you, but it's a labor of love.
It is a labor of love, and it's almost morning and night. It's morning, afternoon, night, you name it. It's
You've been
just
going more
the
the night than I have, though.
I try to keep my fetting, around the clock.
Anyway, if you just joined us, we, of course, are in Barbados.
Yes.
It's Carnival Week on One Caribbean Television, and we enjoy bringing it to you. We're at the Accra Beach Hotel Resort. I want to continue to mention that because they've been such great hosts to us. They take such good care of us.
They really do.
Have a tremendous staff, and we love being here.
Yes, it's great. Every day and night we get in and we go out. It's like you wave at the staff on the way out. They know you by your name.
Yeah.
It's really great. It feels like home right now.
If you've never been to Barbados, it is absolutely a gorgeous island. There's a lot to do here. The people are so very, very friendly and
very
loving.
warm.
And I mentioned, I think the first night, this is like a second home to me. I know you spent, you lived here for a while.
I did. I really did.
You know how special it is.
I do know how special it is. And when I lived here, I used to really love to enjoy Carnival here.
Yeah.
So it was much easier because I lived here. Now I travel here, so I try to get everything done.
Yeah, but now you're working along with partying.
I'm working along with partying. Want to know about the party that we're going to be doing tonight?
Which party? Which one?
The party that we went to today was the best. It's our own version, us young people that go around. Not that you're not a young person.
No.
But we've got Caesar's Army.
Caesar's Army!
Yeah, Caesar's Army is like a new version of 4-Day Morning. It's in the bush. We call it AM Bush. Let's take a look. We're here at Caesar's Army Ambush or Ambush, whatever you want to call it. And this is the new alternative to 4-Day Morning for, you might say, the young people, but the crowd continues to grow and change, so let's not limit it. Now, there's no sorries at 4-Day Morning, no sorries. Now, I still happen to be very clean, although I'm totally kitted out in the theme, which is safari. I got my hat, I got my canteen, which is full of water I say, because you're gonna need it on the road. I got my boots. Everybody needs their boots. Now listen, ladies, when you get your boots, hold on to these boots because you'll never be able to wear them anywhere else again. Once you get covered in paint, pigment, there's really no saving these clothes. They become property of Caesar's Army and every bush that you jump after that. Now, if you've come to the bush, you start with a simple package, usually get a t-shirt. If you look around, you see the ladies have really worked their stuff out. We add music, hear it. We add drinks. What's a fete without drinks? And we add people and dancing. You gotta love the army. You gotta love the bush. Come on, ladies. This is how we do it in the bush. That's where I'm gonna be now. Nowhere to go. Let's start to enjoy the life here at Caesar's Army. Next year,
know what the Trinity is all understand.
In the bush.
It's an area in Trinidad that's only Trinity
Like her.
Pan Alive is a highlight of Toronto's Caribbean Carnival weekend. Fans get to enjoy some of the most premier steel pan performances of the summer. Silhouette kicked off the evening of performances.
Silhouettes is an amazing band with amazing leaders, amazing role models, and the music is just absolutely fabulous.
And the judges certainly had a challenging night.
Every year it just gets tougher and tougher every year because the bands improve every year. They listen to the comments that we make, and so it makes it more difficult, but it's always good to hear them when you come back the next year and hear how much they've improved. So it's excellent though.
Just before the last two top bands performed, the skies opened up. The rain came down hard and fast, but the music kept playing. The crowds ran for cover, but after about an hour, the show went on. The steel pan is Trinidad's national instrument, so there's a lot of culture surrounding Pan Alive. And seeing the youth get involved and enjoy the sounds of their heritage, for many, is just wonderful.
Well, steel pan is where I'm from, brought up in Canada, but both my parents are Trinidadian, so it's just an instrument I've always wanted to learn.
Your favorite part about playing in the band?
Well, just everything, really. You get to listen to nice music. You get to go down the road on Caravana. This whole band is my family because we're all Lapiers and this is all my family. So this is what I do for a living.
It's just excellent to see that the youth have taken on this and have really gotten into this type of music.
I like this view. Right, that's the best view.
Good evening and welcome back to our live coverage of Carnival Week here on One Caribbean Television. Thank you so much for joining us here in Toronto as we continue our coverage of Caribbean Carnival. We've been having a great time. Last night was the Pan Alive competition, the steel pan competition, where, as I've been telling you, it's the steel pan is the national instrument of Trinidad and Tobago. So it was really an opportunity to bring the culture alive, bring the Trinidad culture alive at the Allen Lamport Stadium. We had a fantastic time, and yet again, Pan Fantasy came out on top. So it's the 5th year in a row now that they had won that top spot. There was 84 musicians that are in that band. It was the largest band of all of the 10 bands that were competing last night. I caught up with them shortly after they won. This is what they had to say. Obviously, they were very excited. Take a look. So we just found out that Pan Fantasy has won Pan Alive 2016 now for the 5th year in a row. Let's head out and talk to some of the contestants, some of the members, the band members, to get their reaction to tonight's big win. Hey, how are you doing? Oh, good. Snapchatting. She won. She's Snapchatting. Your reaction to tonight's big win?
Oh, we're excited. I was a little nervous at first, but we're so excited that we got a 5th win again.
What's your name?
Jatara.
Jatara, how long have you been playing with Pan Fantasy?
12 years, I think.
Wow,
wow. About 12 years.
So this is now the 5th year in a row, correct?
Correct.
There's still got to be a lot of pressure, though, because you've got to keep that win up, right?
Yeah, a little pressure, but we're a strong team, so.
You had a lot of fun tonight, I'm sure.
I did.
All right, congratulations on the win. Great job. You guys sounded fantastic. We're here with Pan Fantasy Steel Band band leader Wendy Jones. 5 years in a row now.
It's 5. Number 5. Hard work. Number 5. I am excited. You called it.
I
think you're gonna take 5, right? So I just want to say, we have a good group of young people, and I think when young people come together and you mentor them, discipline them. This is what we're about. It's not about kids on the street. It's kids in the pan yard every night. And I hope that we can put programs in place that we can see results like this. It's not just our kids, it's everybody's children that is here tonight celebrating all the bands that were here. Amazing work that they did, you know? And I'm so excited. I'm overwhelmed with joy.
And I guess there's, even though, like you said, it's 5 years now, it's still, you got to put a lot of work into it. You can't back down, really.
No, you cannot back down. If you back down, that is when you give it away. You know, if you hand it over, that's what happens. But you got to work, you got to hold it together. And when the band is tight and well rehearsed, well executed, that's what makes a difference. It's not just about only the music. You have to execute the music.
Yeah.
You know?
And talk about keeping the Caribbean culture, the Trinidadian culture alive here in Toronto. That's pretty cool.
That is the coolest thing ever. It's culture. Culture is diverse. And our makeup of our band is not just West Indians. It's a diverse group of players that we had. This year we had an international player. Last year we had one. She came from Japan. She doesn't speak a word of English, but she knows music.
She can play the steel pan.
Amazing.
Great.
Amazing.
Wonderful.
Thank
well, congratulations, Wendy.
Thank you.
You guys
so
were
much.
fantastic. It
Thank
was
you.
another great performance, and I'm so glad I got the opportunity to see it.
Thank you again.
All right,
Appreciate
have fun. We'll let you celebrate. Nice seeing you. All right, Pan Fantasy, your 2016 Pan Alive champs.
I'm at the end of the parade route. Just to give you a sense of where we are, we're at downtown Willemstad. I'm just across from the Swinging Lady Bridge, one of the things you have to see when you come to Curacao. And of course, just across the way is the Cura Holanda Hotel. So again, we're in the heart of it, we're in the thick of it. It's a grand farewell to the kiddies, and everyone had a blast today. We're getting ready for another big day tomorrow. Let's talk to some beautiful people here and see how they enjoyed themselves today. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm great. It's fantastic. Beautiful, colorful. I love it. Love
Are you from Curacao?
No, I'm actually from St. Martin.
Yeah. Got a lot of family and friends in St. Martin. What's up, St. Martin? Are you from the Dutch side or the French side?
That side, of course.
So you're right at home here with Dutch Curacao.
Correct. Definitely. And enjoy the most.
Yes. Now, what do you think is special about a parade like this where the kids get to come out and do their thing, all in the name of good, clean fun?
Well, I love the creativity here that there is. I mean, in the costumes, if you watch the individual pieces and everything, it's so creative. They use all the local schools here, and it's just great seeing all the schools together and the children all together.
Absolutely. Now, can you compare this carnival to St. Martin's Carnival? Because y'all got a pretty live carnival over there too.
Yeah, it's quite different cultures, different music. So I would say, you know, it's all great. It's all great.
And what do you think of the music? That tumba is very infectious.
Oh, it gets you moving for sure. It does get you moving. So it's all enjoyable. You can hear it. You got to move when you hear it.
I tell you. I tell you, these kids definitely got some great moves.
We're on the road in Curacao. We're with a group called Whippa, which means excitement, dancing, good times. Hi, ladies. How are you?
Hi.
Having a good time?
Very good time.
Yeah. Hi, how are you? Good. Yeah. This is the final night. Hello. You know, it's amazing how many friends you meet out here. This is, of course, the final night. Midnight we'll burn Moo Moo and say goodbye to 2014 Carnival season. What's great about now, though, now that the sun's gone down, is look at the lights. Isn't this amazing? All these costumes just light up, and it just is a tremendous show. All the floats are lit up, all the costumes are lit up, and everybody still has that high energy level. They still have several miles to go before they're done for tonight. But we wanted to kind of give you a show here and get on the street with some of the lights. Costumes just come alive, don't they? Look how vibrant they are. I love it. Hey, let's Yes, and again, thank you to our friends from the Curacao Tourist Board for allowing us to come down to be part of this. They're tremendous partners of ours, and we do appreciate it. Yeah. Look at the girls. Hey. 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 You're never too old to do this. Oh my God! You meet more friends out here. How you doing?
Good.
Having a good time?
Oh yeah, tremendous. Are you enjoying?
I'm loving it. I'm loving it.
Great.
You look
Hope to
great
see
in
you
that
back next year
costume,
too,
man.
huh? A lot different, huh?
You look a lot different. The Minister of Tourism. I love it. All right. Well, we're taking pictures too here. Anyway, we're on the street. It's the final night. And I don't know, everybody's got all the energy. It's just amazing. All right, stay tuned. We got a lot more coming right up.
Welcome back to our Carnival Week coverage here on One Caribbean Television. Thank you so much for joining us. We're coming to you live from Toronto, Canada, where we are here covering the Toronto's Caribbean Carnival. It's really been a 3-week extravaganza. Celebrating everything Caribbean culture here in Toronto. And there are a lot of people that now call Toronto their home that originate from the Caribbean region, and I've met many of them over the past several days, and they really enjoy taking part in these events, especially the past 3 days. We had the King and Queen competition earlier this week, and then last night was the Pan Alive 2016 competition, and that's where people competed with the steel pan. The steel pan, as I've been telling you, is the national instrument of Trinidad and Tobago. So the Allen Lamport Stadium really came alive with that beautiful music, with children as young as 6 years old for some of the bands playing. So these musicians growing up playing this instrument, learning about the instrument, learning about their culture, and it's really just wonderful to see. And a lot of these families really take a lot of pride in getting their children involved in the steel pan, in the music, and the tradition as a whole. So I caught up with a couple of families last night, and here's one of those families that I met. Take a listen. So we're continuing to talk about the youth and the big role that they're playing in the steel pan competition. First of all, give me your name.
Peter.
Peter, and your name?
Addison.
And your name?
Adelaide.
All right, so I guess tell me a little bit about your roots and why you got them involved in the steel pan.
Well, I grew up in Trinidad. I was born here, and I spent most of my life in Trinidad, and it's just part of the culture. And we wanted to give our kids who were born here an opportunity to experience that. And it's really my wife who initiated it, but yeah, we're quite happy with the kids and the efforts they're making in learning the steel pan.
Great, perfect. And how long have you been playing?
For 2 years.
What do you think about it?
It's pretty fun.
Describe to me all of the effort that goes into the hard work for tonight's competition.
It's like really hard, and the pressure's on you all the time. People are like nervous and stuff. Yeah.
But it's really cool to kind of keep alive your parents' heritage, right?
Yeah.
All right. And what about you? What do you think about all the hard work, or tell me about some of the hard work that you put into tonight's competition?
I think we put a lot of work into it. We've been practicing like every night for the past couple of weeks, and everyone's been really trying and putting in all their effort.
And how long have you been playing?
I just started playing this year because she was playing, so then I got into it too.
And what do you think of it? Pretty cool?
Yeah, it's not bad. It's really cool, actually, yeah.
A lot of hard work and dedication, I bet.
Yeah,
too.
It takes time to really get the notes and the feel of everything, but once you have it, it's really fun.
So is this going to be your first competition, your first time competing?
Yeah, this is my first time competing.
Are you a little nervous?
Of course.
All right, well, I'm sure you'll do a fantastic job. It's pretty neat to try to keep your parents' heritage in the Trinidad and Tobago tradition alive here in Toronto, right?
Yeah, it's always nice to do that and to continue with the generations.
Perfect. Thank you so much, guys, for talking with us. Have fun. Best of luck to you. Thank you so much. And there you go, another family that's really getting involved and keeping this alive and having so much fun here for the Toronto's Caribbean Carnival, the Pan Alive 2016.
All right, welcome back. Less than a half hour of coverage here on day 3 of Carnival Week here on One Caribbean Television. We hope that you enjoyed everything that you've seen tonight live, and stuff from Barbados as well with the crop over down there. And that's where we're going to head down to Joey and Naima as they bring us another installment of their wonderful times together.
Hi, everybody. I'm Joey Stevens. And I'm Bob the Parrot.
And I'm Naima Hazel.
There we go. Back to you, Lila. Just kidding. We're having a good time here. We are in Barbados for Crop Over.
Yes, for Crop Over. And you just saw me at Caesar's Army.
Yes, I did. Saw that last piece.
If you look closely, you could probably still see paint in my ears. Paint.
You're right. There is a little bit.
I'm telling you, it was such a great party.
You look like you were having a good time.
We were. We're having a good time in the bush. That's what it's all about.
You know, I mentioned on one of the earlier shows we were talking, I said, coming on the plane here, so many people coming from New York down here to for Crop Over, to see their families and to party, to jump.
Yeah, because, you know, Crop Over it's on what other islands might call a smaller island, but everybody knows about Barbados Crop Over.
Yeah.
So you have people coming from all over the place. You have people from New York, from the UK, from all over the US and all over the world, really, coming here to celebrate.
This is a very special place. I mean, all the islands of the Caribbean are special, but Barbados has an awful lot to offer if you come down here. If you've never been here, I would certainly encourage you to visit. The people are loving, the people are great and so generous, and there's so much to see here and so much to do, other than just outside Carnival time.
Yes, other than outside
You
Carnival
lived here,
time.
so you know.
I do. It is. Barbados is a place where you can never run out of things to do and places to eat.
You're right. You're right. A lot of great places to eat. And a great family place, too, because there's something for everybody here.
For everybody here.
Yeah.
But right now, it's about Crop Over.
Yeah, right now it's Crop Over, and that's what we'll be talking about as we head through the next couple of days, and of course until the big street jump up coming on Monday, and we'll have it for you, so you stay right where you're at.
But we just talked about me at Caesar's Army, but I believe you had a similar experience.
4-day morning. Oh man, the paint was flying and the music was thumping, and we were on overnight, late night. It's called 4-day morning, and you are in the middle of it right now. We're on the streets of Bridgetown. It's the 4-day morning, or Jube as they call it. Yeah, it's an all-night party. It actually starts at around midnight on Friday and will head throughout the day on Saturday. They will keep dancing and keep partying till the sun comes up. Now you'll notice there's a little bit of a younger crowd down here. But that's all right. Most of the adults are home in bed right now. But as I said, this is an all-night party. It's a tradition. You know, it started in the very beginning with, just throwing mud on one another and getting kind of dirty. Now it's progressed into paint. That's the latest thing now as we've headed into the 20th century. But come sundown, the tradition was always to go down to the ocean, jump in, and get cleansed off. Sunday, you rest all day, and then Monday, it's back to the big parade on the street, the big kahuna. The thing that's kind of different about tonight, too, also, it's a little more freeform. Yeah, every band, there's bands, and the groups follow the bands. However, they wear a lot of T-shirts. They don't wear the traditional beautiful costumes that we will see as we head into Monday. So, again, we're on the streets of Bridgetown. It's called 4-day morning, and it is a big, big tradition. And really, this is, for a lot of people, their favorite. I mean, the big parade is a lot of adults and a lot of pageantry and a lot of costumes, but for the younger people, this is where it's at. 4-day morning, Jubilee. And we've been in this thing now a number of times. Bob was with me, by the way, when we started out. I think he's with one of the bands dancing right now. Anyway, we're glad we could bring it to you from Bridgetown and Crop Over in beautiful Barbados.
We're from Liverpool in the UK. We were on Curaçao until Friday, and we were a bit sad because we thought we were missing the carnival. Now we've arrived here, we have front row seats, What a place.
Here come the girls. Ah, here comes the beautiful girl. Oh, there's lots of girls here, I'll tell you. Yeah.
You've met so many animals. What's your favorite part?
The monkeys.
The monkeys.
Yes, ma'am, the monkeys.
How many years? You want to know how many years I'm marching?
A number of years, right?
This is my 30 years of marching.
Oh, God bless you.
Wow, thank
Good
you.
job, baby.
It's just me and my bottle. Just me and my bottle. It's just me and my bottle. It's just me and my bottle. Just me and my bottle. It's just me and
We're on the streets of St. Vincent. Actually, we're in Kingstown. Carnival Monday. It's called Lindsay Monday. Of course, tomorrow will be the big parade. But you wouldn't know it by today. Everybody's having themselves a great time. Dressed in a lot of green, a lot of black, representing different bands. Now, tomorrow, these t-shirts will turn into elaborate costumes. And that's when all the fun will begin. But as I said, today's kind of a warm-up. We're having a great time down here on the streets in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Right, Bob? Oh, yeah! I don't feel so much. What's your name?
Trish.
Where are you from?
I'm from St. Vincent, but I'm living in St. Lucia right now.
Oh, fantastic. So you came home for Carnival?
Came up just for Carnival. Wouldn't miss it for the world. It's really the hottest carnival in the Caribbean.
Oh, I believe it. How many of these have you been in?
I've been playing now since I'm 2, so let's say about 28.
I shouldn't have asked you, should I?
No.
That's right.
Enjoy my country. I hope you're having fun.
You have a great day.
Thank you.
Thank you, baby.
All right, welcome back. We hope you enjoyed our 2-hour live broadcast of Carnival Week, where we're featuring Toronto and Barbados celebrating their 50th in Barbados.
And the other one 49.
40, I know, they just couldn't quite get to be.
Couldn't sink it out there, right? It's only day 3 of Carnival Week, and we still have 2 more nights to go.
2 more nights. What was your favorite part so far?
My favorite part is probably Joey trying to dance. Because
we see a lot of that.
And he can't. And it's because the thing is, he has to hold Bob, he has to hold the microphone and move his feet and talk. It is impossible.
I think you just like to pick on him.
Yes, well, we do. We have a relationship.
Well, my favorite part are the costumes.
Yeah.
And I do like Pan Alive. That's pretty.
Yeah, no, it seems like people are very exciting. I mean, if you win 5 times in a row, there should be like a mercy rule for the other people. Like they should get at least 20 points to start. You know what I mean?
Right. They should get some kind of a lead. But
that's
right.
good. Good.
Team Fantasy's kicking butt, though.
If they're good, they're good.
They're good. They're good. They got a good leader. We like Wendy, and Wendy does a good job. So that's it for us tonight. We're
you know how they win?
How?
Because they rub the mocha chuka. The mocha chuka.
Mocha chumbi.
They rub their mocha chumbies.
Okay, we're out. We'll see you tomorrow for day 4.
Bye-bye.
If you're just joining us, I'm Naima Hazel.
I'm Joey Stevens, along with Bob the Parrot.
And you've been watching us here on Caribbean Week at Cropover. Now, we've had a wonderful evening here already. We've talked about a lot of really exciting things that we've done already.
Yes, we have.
Yes.
But there's more to come.
there is so much more to come. We've got a few more days of coverage.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we
Yes.
do. And we're going to be working for you and, of course, bring it to you all right here on One Caribbean Television. You know, there's so many people to thank. Again, before we go, I want to thank our friends from Acro Beach Hotel Resort and Spa. That's where we're broadcasting tonight. We've been staying here. They are our official host while we're in here and always have been, and we want to thank them for that.
Yeah.
I want to thank our friends from Trident TV who have helped us on a couple occasions with some footage that we needed for a couple of stories that we did. And just everybody here on the island of Barbados have been absolutely wonderful.
And of course, we want to thank you
Yes.
for watching us this evening here at Cropover in Caribbean Week here in Barbados.
Yeah, but again, we'll be back tomorrow night at the same time, and we hope you'll join us right here on One Caribbean Television. Good night for now, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Yeah, good night, everybody.
Good evening. Thank you so much for joining us for our coverage here live from Toronto for Toronto's Caribbean Carnival festivities. We've been having a great time here in Toronto covering everything from the King and Queen competition where we kicked things off, where you saw the elaborately themed costumes of the mass bands who paraded in the Grand Parade, which took place today. And of course, there was the Pan Alive competition as well. Now, today at the parade, I talked to so many people. There were literally thousands of people, spectators as well as people taking part in the parade. We didn't get to hear from them tonight, so stay tuned. Tomorrow night, tune in. You'll get to hear from them then. More people there, and then we're going to something tomorrow called Carnival in the Fort, and that is it is a free, family-friendly event which is going to have Carnival food and music and lots of stuff there. So we're looking forward to that event. We'll bring you that, so tune back in with us tomorrow night. Until then, we're going to have a great time tonight and tomorrow. Thanks for joining us. Back to you.
Okay, now we just completed our dive in Carlisle Bay. It was amazing.
It's filling up with animals and plants. From the time it was down, the fish started. The fish like hiding places, you know, so you put a ship down and they love it. And then it gradually gets colonized by algae and also corals and sponges and everything that makes up a coral reef.
We show that business can be good for conservation, can be good for fish, and can be good also for tourism.
If you have ever been on a dive, you would know why it's so important to be conserving the sea and why this project is so important.
When you think of Cropover and you think of costumes, you think of Mackie Holder. Hello, my friend. It's good to be with you again.
It's good to see you again, my man.
Yeah.
How's it been?
Good. You've been busy.
Yeah, as usual. Especially at this time of the year. We have something called Limitless, which shows the potential of Barbados that we've been impactful for all of our life, really.
We're on the streets of Bridgetown. It's the 4-day morning, or Jube as they call it. Yeah, it's an all-night party. It actually starts at around midnight on Friday and will head throughout the day on Saturday. They will keep dancing and keep partying till the sun comes up. It's a tradition. You know, it started in the very beginning with, just throwing mud on one another and getting kind of dirty. Now it's progressed into paint.
We're here at Caesar's Army Ambush, and this is the new alternative to 4-day morning for, you might say, the young people, but the crowd continues to grow and change, so let's not limit it. Once you get covered in paint, pigment, there's really no saving these clothes. They become property of Caesar's Army and every bush that you jump after that. We had music, we had drinks, and we had people.